Welcome back to the channel, guys. Slop Squad here. We got here behind me the Pitster Pro X4 Project 190cc. Today's video, we're gonna go over a list of parts and everything that we have going onto this bike to have it looking and performing the way that it is. So if that's something you guys are interested in knowing about, keep watching. All right, so we've had some people ask us, what are the parts list on this bike? So I decided to make a video for you guys specifically on this, and we're gonna have all the parts list. I'm gonna try to have all the parts list down in the description below. So let's get started. A little story: we bought this bike, as you guys saw in the channel earlier. If you're an old subscriber, if you're a new subscriber or a new viewer, then hit that subscribe button, go down to some of our videos, and you'll see kind of where everything started and why this is the Project 190. But we bought this bike as an abused and neglected pit bike, and yeah, she wasn't looking very good. Had beat up plastics, broken plastics, engine wasn't running, everything was just not going so well with this bike. And we messaged the person and we tried to buy it. They were asking a good amount for it, but they didn't really realize how much stuff was actually wrong with it, and I could tell just by pointing it out in the pictures. So did some negotiating and we got the price to a fair price. So I'll try to have a picture here of what the bike looked like before. I didn't really take any good pictures of it, but from day one we took the bike right away apart and started working on it. Had broken plastics, like I said, and a lot of other stuff. I'll try to have a list of parts and everything that we've done to the bike. Let's start off with the front. So front wheels, everything is all factory, and we just bought these new tires front and back on it. These are Dunlops, and these are, let's see, 60 by 100 by 14. I personally like the 70 by 100 by 14 more, but this is the only one that we had in stock at our local shop. That's what we got. And then the rear is a, let's see, and also Dunlop, and it's 80 by 100 by 12. This is like a standard size for rear, it's standard for the front. I just prefer a more meaty front. Our forks are all factory forks, fully adjustable down here, adjustable under here. There's an adjustment down there. So really nice forks in this setup, but it's all factory. We got KLX110 style plastics in black, and then we got these graphics, and I really like how these graphics came out. That makes the bike look really nice. Bit dirty right now, but we had tiny bit of custom work done to it. I have the channel right here, so obviously that's a sign that you guys should subscribe to the channel. Like right there, there's that button, the subscribe button. You should definitely hit that button because that's a sign. Do it right now. Get the number 7 going because number 7 is awesome. And I wanted it not to say KLX, but they couldn't change that because this is not a KLX. We have that BBR wannabe exhaust. This is actually just a stock Pitster Pro exhaust with a BBR sticker on it, but I mean, it looks cool because it says BBR and it adds like 10 horsepower. Then we got here the JFG Racing gas tank cap, and I like the style, the black with the aluminum and everything like that. Just matches the bike really nicely. Be careful when you're buying these though, because there are different sizes, so make sure that it will fit your tank. Over here we got some Scott grips, and I believe we got these locally at Mash Motorsports, but we might have ordered it online. I'll try to find it online and have that link in the description. So I like the blackout on this bike, it looks really nice. Over here we have some Breakaway levers. These are pretty good quality levers, I'm not gonna lie. They're not too bad. They're not like a really high-end lever, but they're really beefy and they feel solid, they feel good. Only problem is I had to custom fit these. If you guys haven't seen how we did it, because these stuck out, we had to cut it and do a lot of crap, and it's really not worth doing that. So if you get these levers, just make sure that you have the right master cylinder for it, so that you don't have to do any kind of cutting, grinding, and all that stuff, and they'll fit much better. Or try to get levers that will be specific for this master cylinder. This lever, we had to do a lot of grinding and get it much thinner because it does not come with this piece. And yeah, if you buy the levers, you should probably order yourself a piece that would match it so that you don't have to grind it down, because it was much beefier and thicker. It would have been a lot better that way, but I had to grind it down to make it work, so it is what it is. The light, which I've been asked before to kind of share a review on the light. This is a Cygolite Metro flashlight. And that's not a flashlight, it's actually a bicycle headlight. And this is, I believe, 1100 lumens. And guys, if you're trying to get a headlight like this for like your pit bike or even just a bicycle, this is the way to go. This thing is so freaking bright. And you're driving, if it's at night, it lights up the whole road. And it has different settings. I think I'll turn it on right here. There's lowest setting, next one, and that's the flash. And then if you want to go the brightest, you double click it, and there you go. And if it was dark outside, this thing would be very, very bright. But trust me when I say it, it's worth every penny. Not that cheap. It's like, I think $80 or $90, but it's worth it, especially if you're riding at night or going camping or anything like that. It comes in very handy. I have mounts on both my pit bikes, so whenever I want to take it off, you just pull this thing down, slide it right off. I'm not sponsored by anything that I'm sharing today, any parts. So this is just off of, you know, pure honesty and no bias, and just based off the quality. The plastics, I should have said, honestly, not the best fit. And I don't know if it's just on my bike with my frame and everything or what, but the plastics did not fit very well. I had to cut them. And there's a gap here, got a little gap there, down here. This is not too bad, but there's like gap here, and I had to like put 2 screws there. You probably can't see it, but you can see right there, to hold the seat down, which the seat is a piece of crap. It's all broken up, so that's probably the seat's problem. But the plastic's not the best fit. I don't know if it was just my bike, but yeah, when you're buying plastics, just watch out for it. We got just stock swing arm, very good quality. Pitster's been rocking this style swing arm for a long time, and they never went wrong with it. This is a really nice swing arm, very durable. Just stock Pitster Pro rear shock. It's actually, I believe, an iShock. Yeah, iShock, which is, I believe, the same on my X2, same style and everything. And really nice shock. Really love it. A lot of different adjustments and everything like that. So really good shock there, but it's factory. We have the, what I thought was a Piranha YX190cc engine, but this is like a Zong, or I don't even know what the name of the engine is, but the Piranha, the other one, they have like 3. Daytona has a 190, and they're all pretty much the same thing, so not really much of a difference there. But this is an electric start version, which I don't rock an electric start ever. I'm probably gonna pull off that and cap it, and I don't need electric start. So yeah, but this electric start 190, and this is a beast of an engine. Get the Nibbi knockoff carb, seems to be working pretty well right now. We did have issues with it in the past. Got the UNI air filter, uni, whatever you want to call it. We got the 17-inch or 17-tooth front sprocket, which is larger than factory, so you can get a little bit more top end out of it. This bike's already super torquey, so losing a tiny bit of torque did no difference, because you can still pop a wheelie on this thing in 4th gear. I did not buy the engine brand new, otherwise I wouldn't have struggled with the carb issues all the time, and went through 3 different carbs to make it all work. I actually took the 160 that was in here, which was a 160 engine, and I traded it for this engine, plus I gave a 110 electric start engine and $200, because this engine is very expensive. I know the 160 ain't cheap either, but I wanted a 190 because Peter got a 190, and there's no way that Peter was gonna show me up like that, so I had to match him. So it is what it is, but can't go wrong with this engine. It's freaking awesome. If you can get your hands on a 190, I definitely recommend. I love this engine. As you can see, this is a legitimate Pitster Pro competition model. This is an older version of the X4 or X5, which came with the 160. This is probably like a 2006, 7, 8. I'm not really sure, but yeah, this thing is pretty advanced for that age. Same with the X2, like inverted forks, nice suspension front and rear, swing arm frame, everything is just really quality. So really great bike. If you can get your hands on a bike like this, I would recommend 100%. The one thing that I did need, which the guy didn't give me, was an oil cooler for this bike. So I'm gonna need to get an oil cooler. Couldn't really find one, so we have the oil cooler just kind of capped off and have it just running like this, which is a little janky, but it's doing the trick for now. If anybody knows where I can get an oil cooler for this for a decent price, shoot me a comment, send me a link, and that would be very much appreciated. Last thing we have is just an Outlaw front foam pad. I had this on the X2, but I put it on here because it matches the black more than on the X2. So yeah, that's the seat. We got just the factory GPX seat. This thing's all broken up and everything because huge gap right there. It's like broken down there, so I need to get that seat swapped out soon. But yeah, that's all the parts and everything that we have going on with Project 190. And yeah, hope that you guys enjoyed that video. Just me rambling off about all the parts that are on this bike. If you guys are not subscribed yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button like I said earlier. Hit the like button, hit the notifications button so you know when the next video is up, because we're gonna have a lot of awesome videos coming up with the Project 190, with the X2 and everything like that, so you guys don't want to miss those. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one.